Hello again. This time I'm shooting sideways again because I noticed the Ahsoka one. It came out right, so now where we left off is this guy. I'm just doing a regular Stormtrooper review this time. Now this is the one that came out in probably early 2014, technically, because I think they came out like in August or September of 2013, Wave 1. He's part of Wave 3, like Ben Kenobi, like it just did. And the Luke Bespin, he's also part of that wave. And so this was the first Stormtrooper. That was regular Stormtrooper. Sand Trooper was in Wave 1 with Luke X-Wing, Darth Maul, R2-D2, and Sand Trooper. Okay, anyway, I just noticed there's a black dot there. This particular Stormtrooper, as always, paint, man. It's always paint problems. Now the helmet, they did pretty good. I can't really complain about that. There's a spot on this side of his arm. See, that's just a joint. There's a lot of stuff going on this part. Well, I already showed it to you in the last video, but it's kind of, where the heck is the camera part? Let's see. I have too much sun coming in here. A lot of gray matter going on in there. Let's see. Now, I was also looking at, I don't know if you guys have noticed this, but Hasbro has date codes. Now, especially on the older Black Series figures, there's a lot of date codes. Like I was showing on the Clone Troopers. That's what that is. There's a date code right there. It's not picking up too well on this camera for some reason. Anyway, it says 40501. The Ben Kenobi one said like 415 something. So that means they're definitely from both the early 2014 is when they were actually produced. This particular Stormtrooper, though, feels much kind of shinier. Well, not really, but in certain areas. Left leg, it's got more paint problems. See, there you go. Now you can actually see it. The other Stormtrooper I had out in my other video was very different. This feels more like a plastic model or a toy. I mean, it really it's the weight of it, the feel of it. This feels plasticky. It's just, I don't know, it just feels different. It's very different. His legs aren't as flimsy as the Sand Trooper. Not really. Actually stiffer. Which actually makes you wonder if he can even bend it. There we go. It's like, I mean, these things cost $20 a pop, so you definitely don't want to break them. Just trying to pose them. No, that's not paint, that's a joint. At least they, for the most part, they had the joints where, like on, the 3/4 black inch Ray, they had a little gray on her boot. you know, because of the joint. It makes your ankle go up and down, the ankle pivot. But yeah, this is back when they had swivel arm battle grip. Amazingly, the brand new Luke Skywalker, Tatooine Luke, he has that, but he's got his little thing to cover it up. It's the only part of the Stormtrooper I cannot stand, really. One of those little paint issues. Come on. it's like we could get movement. I mean, this one's so much solider for some reason. We could get movement without having all that. You see the ball, like, real easy. Your ball is showing. Anyway, so these are the accessories that it comes with. It comes with a Stormtrooper rifle. You see these like on the Death Star and the little rifle rack or whatever. It's got a lot of silver touches to it, which was coming up a little bit. All the little sparkly things that you see on it. That's silver paint apps. This is made out of very stiff, hard plastic. A lot of accessories are real rubbery and bendable. This is not bendable. It'll break basically if you try to bend it too much. Now, since I bought these loose, these right here are the 5 blasters that I got. So I don't know which one's his. You know, maybe you could actually tell if you like opened up each individual boxed figure that has a blaster, because just like the lightsabers, they're different every time. Sometimes, but like this one, you can see there's a number right there. It says number 3 over there by the scope. And then this one actually says number 2 on the handle by that little thing right there. It's right in there. My thumbnails. And then this one says number 2 up there by the scope again. They all look pretty much identical. The only real difference is they have these numbers on them and they're in different places. But if you were to open up every Black Series figure you have, this one's a number 1 by the handle again, right in there. Number 1. You might actually be able to ID these guys just by their blasters. There's another one that's also number 1. Now, let's see if we look at the ammo part right there. There is one that is different. I'm not sure. Maybe I put the blaster in his pouch and the Han Solo Stormtrooper. Yeah, here we go. This is the Han Solo Stormtrooper. I already had his gun in his pouch, holster or whatever. I'll take it out. And I take it out without holding the camera. And voila. It's got silver paint app. It's the only one in the series. Well, actually, there's another one later on, but up to this point, you never had that The different figures that come with this particular weapon are, Luke's Stormtrooper, the regular Stormtrooper, that's 2. You got the TIE Pilot, that'd be 3. I don't even know. I can't even think right now. The other 2 would be, but there's obviously 5 of them that don't have that. But yeah, and this one also says number 2, I think. Yeah, number 2 on his blaster on the side. This is the Han Solo Stormtrooper. You can kind of tell just by, see when you do that, you can see his neckline, but you can't see up in there like the regular Stormtrooper. You can see his neckline like that, regular, but when you do that, you see the ball. The Han Stormtrooper, you don't see that. Plus he's got that extra little piece, that little rubber piece that comes down. That goes around his neck. I'll show you in the back. But it's right there. You can't really see it too much unless you're going to take his helmet off. Wow, this sucker's really on there. There we go. Finally. See, there's the other piece. Goes around his neck. Supposedly this Han Solo is a little bit paler than the regular version. That's the same head. I actually prefer this Stormtrooper over the regular one because he got a better helmet. Of course, he comes with a. I don't even remember actually. I think that's all he comes with. It's the blaster and the helmet and this little extra piece on his neck. He's the same sculpt though, mostly. He's got the whole, it's like the Sand Trooper, regular Stormtrooper, same belt. Luke's is completely new sculpt because he's shorter. He didn't have that. Well, this particular, yeah, they're both painted. But these are pretty much the same. I had to put Luke's Stormtrooper in here just to. There we go. And dig them out. You can see the difference between the two. The legs, not as defined. This one's more, looks like more wide. But Luke, his neck piece isn't removable like Han's. It's actually molded onto his neck, painted. But basically, there's the back. No hole, no canister. Got the wire antenna thing. Got a little space right there to put the comm link, that little clip. But we're up to 15 minutes, so we'll have to continue later. So have fun and happy hunting.